that in mind, I do think we are ready to Custodian a Crypt. It sounded better in my head. Anyway, let's give it up for Mad Sun and company as we start up this any % run of Crypt Custodian. Take it away.
Ooh.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I'm a little stressed. Hello. Sorry, I'm a little stressed about. Hope everyone is good. Everything is good for everyone. Are you okay, my friend?
Me?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you.
I'm great. I will be coughing this whole time. Of course, I'm in a Discord call with one of my favorite English VAs after having the flu all week, and my voice sounds like I've
Oh my god.
been swallowing nails.
Oh,
I'm like, I don't sound like this all the time, I swear.
It will be good.
But no,
I hope
other
so.
than coughing, very excited. This is gonna be a blast.
Yeah, I coughed for the past 3 weeks. So.
I gotta. The more you talk, the more you scream, the better you get at it. As long as you take care of yourself. So you know what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, of course.
That's so true.
so I'm sorry about my English. It's quite bad. So I let my my commentator do the job. I'm gonna be focused on the run. So tell me when you want to go. We go? No? Let's go.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we go.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the start will be at the beginning of the timer on the top. So
I loved the eagerness where they're like, just let me know when you're ready to go. Okay, can we go? Can we go now? Can we
Yeah, sorry.
can we go already hit the button?
Time will start.
Now.
It's been a while since I've done a run. My timing's off.
It's okay. So maybe we can introduce the game. So Crypt Custodian is a Metroidvania launching by Kyle Thompson in 2024, if I'm right. So it's a game where you are playing a little cat, and unfortunately, the cat is dead. Sorry, but that's the true story. And you will need to escape this place, because as we will see after, we will meet Kendra, which is the boss of the heaven and the hell place, and she will decide where we need to go. And unfortunately, we will learn that we can't go to heaven because we just broke her statues. So
Yeah, sorry, not sorry.
It's, funny, there's no way to avoid breaking the statues.
yeah.
He's like, I can't believe you've broken my statues. Straight to hell with you. And you're like,
Yeah.
Okay, fine. On this next screen, we're going to see our first of many skips. This game is pretty forgiving with giving you just a little bit of extra movement in whatever direction you're going if you slam attack during a jump. And if you land close enough to a platform, it'll kind of suck you onto the platform. There is some forgiveness with landing on platforms. And so we abuse that a ton throughout the speedrun to be able to...
Okay.
What the heck?
Okay, you got
That's
it.
usually free. Why is that?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
The game will do that sometimes, where skips that are usually completely free just don't work for some reason.
Yeah, I don't.
But yeah, so because the game gives you a little bit of extra horizontal distance, and then it kind of sucks you onto a platform rather than sending you into the void, if it can, we can get away with skipping a lot of the geometry, because that's one of the unique things of this game is, as you've probably noticed, it's a top-down Metroidvania. If you're familiar with the Metroidvania genre, they're usually side-scrollers, you know, obviously Metroid and Vania being the classic examples. This is our first round of combat, and you're going to see every now and then the attack comes out as like a carrot shape, like a pointy carrot. We want as many of those as possible. So the optimal damage in this game is getting a nearly frame perfect, if not truly frame perfect, mashing combo that makes that carrot happen over and over and over and over again. But it's extremely difficult to do. So basically, every time you see the carrot happen, you are seeing maximum damage per second from Mad Sun, and that is happening because of a frame perfect mash timing. So it's the kind of thing where you're mashing, but if you mash too quickly, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's a cool little puzzle skip. Nice.
Whew, I'm scared. I was scared. Okay, I was scared. That scares me.
So what you're saying is during boss fights, chat needs to spam an upwards carrot for good luck.
That seems reasonable to me, except for the bosses where we hover, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. But I think that's a perfectly good idea.
That's fine. During those, we'll just have chat hover in place wherever they are. Just
Wherever you are. Just, that thing everyone can do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the nice things with these arena combats are the spawns are the same for each wave every time you do it. So we can kind of plan out, like, I'm going to hit this enemy in this direction to set myself up to be ready for the next wave. And you'll also notice that we are collecting a lot of these piles of garbage. We need a number that I don't remember of garbage.
It's 1,800.
Yes.
60.
50, yeah. 60, yeah.
60.
Of course.
1860. Yes.
Yeah.
Good year.
Whoa,
So we need-
whoa.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, play safe, yeah.
rare to take 3 damage on that, but it's a little RNG.
It's okay.
But good backups, good safety strats, and that's our first boss. It's actually faster to save and quit and then walk back than to watch the whole boss cutscene.
And now we can dash.
Finally.
Let's go.
It's our first Metroidvania upgrade, an air dash. Yeah, so we're going to get some more garbage. We need 1860 garbage in a little bit to get the one upgrade that we use throughout this run. And then once we've gotten that, we pretty much stop collecting garbage for the rest of the run.
Yeah. We just need the fact we can go faster by 25%.
Yes, there's literally just a go faster upgrade.
Yeah.
you
And
probably
then maybe
also-
Then maybe you know that we can grab the key. We grab a key at the beginning, and normally you need to use it to get access to the shop. But we keep it to go to Pearl's Shrine to use it at the beginning of the run, and now we just get the key that we needed to use before. To this one, we will keep it for the shop.
Yeah,
So
the
you
blue
can-
keys are completely universal, not just within an area, but anywhere
that's really
in the
cool.
game. So if we
And-
find a way to skip one, we can just
Yeah.
use it somewhere else. This is the only skip that I found. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That skip
This is
was
good.
my contribution to
Yeah,
the
that's
speed run.
good.
Congrats.
That's a
It is
good one.
Okay, under 7 here. Okay, good.
Well, yeah, you're good. You need
Mira.
30 trashes too.
I understand your excitement though, because like a year ago, I discovered a glitch in a Game Boy Advance game that must be 20 years old at this point. And I was like, this has to have been documented, and yet not a single guide online ever mentioned it.
That's
So-
the
No, that's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I actually was just going to say this is a little section of kind of just getting to the next area. If you have anything to share with us, Sonic.
Well, in the time that has passed, we did have a second incentive open up. As many of you may know, later today we do have a run coming up for Spyro Year of the Dragon. Well, now we have an incentive open that would make Dylan J. Fox show off various glitches in Spyro Year of the Dragon that aren't used in the any percent run. That incentive is now available. It is an $800 goal that we are aiming for. If you would like something that's a little bit closer to home, a little bit lower target, we do still have that $600 incentive for Crossbeats Rev Sunrise, which would have Runner Jamich doing 5 boss songs and taking on some of the hardest charts in the game. So pick your passion, whichever one speaks to you more, whether it's a rhythm game or a glitch game. Either way, just make sure when you're making your donation, you do select one of those 2 incentives to apply it to. Every donation should have something to go to.
Y'all definitely want to see that. Jamich did a showcase at AGDQ, I want to say 2022. That was absolutely mind-blowing. I cannot imagine how much better they've gotten at the game in 4 years of practice.
I remember that one, yeah.
Yep, you can just go through that gate. You'll see a lot of that where we just kind of slam attack on something and the game goes, clearly you're supposed to be over here, so I'm just going to put you there, even though there's a gate in the way. There's a really hard boss fight coming up. Yeah, so I'll just give it a second of quiet time. Great, boss fight's
So
over.
hard. It was so hard to do.
That is the first of a couple bosses that we have found ways to just skip by just jumping to the platform on the other side of them. And so now we get our first kind of big plot point since we've started. So, you know, we got in trouble and Kendra sent us to hell to be a janitor forever. And so until now, we've kind of just been running around and cleaning and making friends. And then we meet this little guy, our sweet boy Grizz.
Freeze.
Yay! And Grizz is like, hey, I'm digging a hole into the palace. No reason. Anyway, if you go get enough people, you can join me in the hole dig. And so we need to get 10 friends, and then we're going to bring all of our friends to storm the palace together. Right after we do probably the hardest skip in the game.
Wait, are we still talking about Crypt Custodian?
Let's
or
go.
ICEBreaker?
1, both. 2, getting that second try is so hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculously hard skip. That's awesome.
Ah, I can breathe, finally.
That's okay.
Oh, wow.
When I first learned that skip chat, it literally took me 2 hours.
Yeah, it's a really
It is
tough one.
So precise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime
there
you
is
see
a-
one of those
oh, yeah.
statues with like the bone sticking out like that, that's an arena trigger. So right there, since we went around it, it didn't trigger the fight, so we don't have to do the arena, which obviously saves quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
And you can always see those if you see that statue, that means there should be an arena there, and that will indicate to you if we're actually doing the arena or not.
For folks that would want to get into speedrunning this game, what would you say is like the first essential tech that they should master if they want to get better at their times? Would it be the dashing movement? Would it be the timing of like the weapon strikes?
Probably the movement speed, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
And the last, you have to be better with the boss fight. This is the most hard to optimize. But first, you have to be better
Yeah.
with the movement.
Yeah,
I think.
you can save an astonishing amount of time just by having clean lines through each room. It is a very movement heavy run. Here's another nice skip where we just walk up to a wall. There is collision on the left side in the same place.
Yeah.
So I think that is an instance of Kyle just forgot to build the wall in that spot, which is
Thank you,
fine.
Kyle.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah, the
Bestie.
collisions of the walls are really strange. Because when you are getting closer to the walls, you are just being pushed out. I don't know if you have the same feelings, but when you are just jumping or dashing close to a wall, you are just being pushed out by the wall. because there is the collision, but sometimes, as you said, Kai just forgot to put some collisions.
Yeah.
and we are really happy with this.
Imagine
right.
they're sitting
Here
there watching
is-
this going, I did it on purpose. I did.
Oh yeah, let's go.
We need to draw something, do some civil disobedience real quick. So we're gonna do some graffiti.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this. Okay. I do this with a controller, so sorry.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that controller looks better than my handwriting. And then we did a little trick there where while you're still holding the graffiti, you can like dash infinitely basically. And so instead of fighting the boss there, normally what you would do is you make your little drawing and then you say, yeah, I love my drawing, and then there's a boss fight. But we hold onto the graffiti, use it to infinite hover into the next screen and skip the boss fight. But then we actually have to do this boss fight like normal. So we get to see hover tech for the first time.
That is literally the game equivalent of am I detained or am I free to go?
Basically, yeah. So you may have noticed we were floating in midair. Now we're doing it again. If you jump and kind of dash and attack at the same time in midair, you can freeze Pluto in this hover animation and just keep mashing the attack button. And as long as you're mashing attack, you will stay. Oh, you die. Thank you. That little sliver of health was scary.
I was scared.
Yeah, you can just hover, and there are 2 layers of attacks from bosses. There's like attacks that hit low and high, basically, and low attacks won't hurt you if you're hovering, because the idea is you're supposed to jump over them. But if we're permanently jumping, then... are we coming up on our first bubble skip?
Yeah. Soon. Now we have the boomerang, so we can move more. This is where this game starts to be serious with the movement. You have to use the boomerang when you can.
Yeah.
So we can just TP a little bit faster.
Yeah, this run is really cool because at the beginning when I learned the run,
So
when I learned the run,
not how those
it was-
bubbles are supposed to work.
Yeah.
Check. For people who've never seen it before, you are supposed to dash into the bubble and then dash out. Basically, it is just a dash extender. But we found out if you throw the boomerang into it and then like mash the right way, that skip is much harder than it looked. And this next skip coming up in like 1 or 2 screens is also harder than it looks. But yeah, if you just mash the right way, you can infinitely boomerang through the bubble and dash forever.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Oof.
That much harder than it looks. We didn't think that was possible for a very long time. Somebody got the first 41-minute time before we found that skip. Like,
Oh wow. Okay.
another hard boss fight coming up too.
And the wall just up. Nice. Okay. 16. We're good.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
another instance where, like you were talking about earlier with the keys, we can take a key and we
Don't
have a
use it.
key right now that we were supposed to use to get into this area. And instead we're going to use it to skip. This area is basically, there's a central hub and then 4 spokes, and each spoke has a key in it. And we are going to just do 3 of those spokes by bringing a key from the previous area.
And we didn't talk about the shrines because the thing is, as you can see, Matson is just returning to shrine at each time on this section. And you have the possibility to teleport you, so you can go to the shrine, teleport whenever you want in the map when you have triggered the shrines. And to trigger the shrine, you just need to have access to the screen. So this is why Madsen sometimes just getting to the screen and just getting back to after, just to activate the trigger.
A long boss fight. Again.
Another tough boss fight. One of my favorite little Easter eggs in this game is Mira here. The story as you're going through the dungeon is like she wants to invite her friends for dinner, and so you're helping with that. And she keeps calling you while she's planning to be like, should I cook this kind of food or this kind of food, or should I wear this or this? And we skipped the dialogue box, so it just goes with the default. But if you say to wear something casual when she asks what to wear, then during that cutscene and then for the rest of the game, she's wearing a t-shirt that says like, yes, I'm a rabbit, and I got this t-shirt for my birthday, deal with it, or something like that. It's so silly.
Good. This one is a hard one. It's a hard skip to do because you need to go through the barriers, and sometimes just the boomerang don't want to teleport you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the thing with skips in Crypt Custodian is when they're done really well, they look so smooth, but they're all like hyper precise. You're just seeing high level gameplay, so it looks easy.
I do my best.
You're doing good.
So much focus. Yeah. I can't wait to see the next game of Kyle Thompson.
I'm very excited.
Be so good.
This is
What other games are in the library of the Kyle Thompson?
Yeah, this is the third Kyle Thompson game. Second was Islets, which is another fantastic game. 2D Metroidvania, but very like silly, and incorporates like bullet hell boss segments that are really fun. And the first one was Sheepo, which is a super short, quick, kind of like, you know, it reads like a first game, but the speedrun and replay value of it is really high. I speedrun all three of them, and this year we are getting a fourth one called Well Dweller, which I will also be speedrunning.
Yeah, same. Can't wait. Can't wait.
That's just, I'm a simple person. Kyle releases a game, I learn to speedrun the game. Like, it's...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sheepo's on Switch for $11. You can actually buy the whole trilogy, including Crypt Custodian, for less than $50 on Steam right now.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's... I mean, casually, all of them are probably, like, 15 to 20-hour games for more casual players, maybe 10 to 15 if you're a Metroidvania sicko.
Soundtrack is only $2.
Yeah, and all the soundtracks are written by Kyle's brother.
And the soundtrack is really, really, really good.
Yeah.
That is an absurdly tight cycle skip in that last room. That's another thing. It looks like you just walk in there and jump and you land on the platform. It is ridiculously tight to get that zero cycle.
Yeah, and when I panic, I die.
I miss that skip constantly. It is, it's very much like running this game. I often think about that episode of Futurama when Bender becomes God and then meets real God, and God's like, the thing is, if you're doing it right, no one will notice you're doing anything at all. That is very much how speedrunning Crypt Custodian feels. If you're doing it right, no one notices you're doing anything impressive.
Yeah. Okay, Storm Battle. Let's go. Let's run.
This is less of a boss fight, more of a chase sequence.
Yeah.
But Sonic, it sounded like you were about to talk, and I was literally going to say, all we're doing here is running.
When rare or cool things happen, I'm basically screaming in front of my microphone for the next 30 seconds. So I envy people who can both create the explosion and put on their shades while walking away from it.
Yeah, we're just running away for a few more seconds if you have anything for us.
Well, to remind folks what we're here for, we are raising money for the Women's Foundation of Minnesota's Immigrant Rapid Response Fund. The IRRF is a coalition of 32 philanthropic leaders rooted in communities most impacted by immigration-related harm, and funding is directed to organizations in the Twin Cities metro area and greater Minnesota working to support 3 key areas: basic needs, legal services, and mobilizing and organizing. If you'd like more information on IRRF, Morning Zhuzh, and the other work Women's Foundation of Minnesota does, visit WFMN.org or type !charity in chat. And that is where your wonderful donations are going towards. They're doing great work, and I'm gonna keep emphasizing how proud I am of everyone. We are less than $300 away from 37K, and I would love if we could manage to hit that before the end of this run.
Yeah.
That's truly incredible. Like, in my wildest dreams of how this weekend was going to be, I did not think that Sunday morning I'd be like, what if we break 50K? Like, that's unreal.
From the production side, there's a fair few names that I recognize among the hosts and other staff members, and it has been equal parts heartwarming and a little bit concerning to see these people who I often see at events where, like, it is squeaky clean, they're being super cordial, they're finding, you know, better ways to say practically everything, practically chomping at the bit to be the first to say fuck ICE as soon as they start.
I have hosted, I want to say 5 or 6 times now for GDQ events. And my first question when I saw the announcement of this event was, within like 20 seconds of the first message, this is a really tight puzzle skip. Nice. That's story about that in a second. But yeah, my first question was, are we going to be able to say fuck ICE?
Yeah.
I was about to ask it, and then I saw like a social media post by one of the organizers where it was like, fuck ICE, abolish ICE, prosecute the terrorists. I'm like, oh, okay. It's that kind of
okay, bet. That puzzle, being able to do that in 2 hits, I thought that was the intended solution for a very long time, because I did that in my casual playthrough, and then I just kept doing it, and then I finally was watching someone else's run and they didn't do it, and I was like, oh, your way's way easier.
The ICE witch!
Yeah, so that's the switch. Ooh, we're just gonna hover and smack her while all of her attacks go underneath us. Come on. Ice Witch is a nice fight because it's a little bit faster to do it without hovering, but hovering is completely safe. So as soon as you go down to 1 health, you hit a hover, and then you're guaranteed gonna do it. We just broke ice. We just broke the ice around Scully. Congratulations, everybody.
We did it. Congrats. And now the skip.
All right, now to find the DHS skeleton.
I'm sure DHS has plenty of skeletons, mostly in closets. This is another really, really hard skip, but actually something I learned from Mad Sun like an hour ago is Pluto kind of has 2 different move speeds, and this skip is very easy if you are moving quickly. So that's why he was kind of running around a bit there, trying to trigger the faster movement speed. And once Pluto's kind of in zoomy mode, you can get that skip more reliably.
New power.
Yay. This new power is going to allow us to beat this next boss fight incredibly quickly. If I remember correctly, it's like a 1.5 minute faster optimal strat versus second most optimal strat.
Yeah, clearly.
Very, very, very fast and very hard. which is maybe the one bad thing about this speedrun, in my opinion. Like, for the most part, this is one of those, like, fundamentally good speed games. It feels good to do, the tech is easy to learn, it's accessible, it's got a great supportive community. But it's like a 40 to 50 minute run, and around the 30-minute mark is an incredibly difficult and extremely important tech against a boss, which is very frustrating.
But it's really fun to
bacon strips.
It's really fun to play and to learn, and as you said, the community is really available to help you, and even the former world record Demon Wave is helping a lot to do tutorials to explain how it does. So it's really nice.
Phenomenal. Really good
We
people.
are really lucky to have a nice community like that. They don't hesitate to help us. They come to check our progress. So, good people here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so exciting when new people join the community, and all of the Kyle Thompson games share a speedrunning Discord that is like put together and hosted by the developer. And so like when we start routing Well Dweller, when the demo inevitably comes out, it's going to be the same group of nerds that have been hanging out together since Sheepo or Islets or Crypt, all doing it again. So
I want to see like a relay race between two teams where you speed run all 4 games back to back and see who finishes first.
I was trying to put together a trilogy run at one point, and we couldn't find for a submission for something, and we couldn't find a second Sheepo runner, so it didn't get off the ground. But yes,
Thompson Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Get us the Tomplet.
The Tomplet, yes.
Speaking of how great Kyle is, we never talked. I didn't know you could do that. Speaking of how great Kyle is, we didn't mention the speedrun timer in the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
There is a speedrun mode, and I do not remember all of what it changes. I want to say it like auto skips dialogue and cutscenes.
Yeah.
And it also locks the RNG seed.
Yeah, that's so cool. He put this in this game.
Yeah, the speedrun mode and the randomizer one, it's really cool to have it, because for indie games sometimes it's pretty hard to have access to speedrun. So it's really cool that it does this. It did this, on this game.
Kyle really appreciates the speedrun community and like shows us.
Mr. Thompson, if you come here, thank you. What a great game. Okay. Oops. Too far away, my bad.
It's not quite as impactful in Crypt because there's not as much RNG in this run, but like in Islets, the order of upgrades gets randomized, and when you turn on speedrun mode, it locks you into a set upgrade seed, so that we were able to route out like here's the order to do upgrades in every single time we do a speedrun, so it's always the same, which is
it's cool.
Massively helpful.
Oh yeah.
That's good. That's another skip that is like so much more annoying than it looks.
Yeah. Yeah, because for boss fight we are changing the charm. Madsen got 2 charms, one for speed attack that he just equipped at the shrine, and one for speed move. So when we are doing boss fight, we need to equip the speed attack, of course, but we need to unequip it after the boss fights. Because from some skip, you absolutely need to have the charm to just got the skip.
Yeah, the increased move speed is mandatory for some skips. At the end of this boss fight too, we have the hardest trivia question of all time.
Yeah.
So the imposter is gonna make us choose which one's the imposter and which one's the real Roy.
Oh. You know, if you fail, it's do nothing. Actually,
Nothing happens. Yeah, you can stand there and smack the cage forever.
I try. This is good. And the worst boss. Let's
All
go.
right, this is the worst boss, hardest tech in the run.
And no.
A little too
Too
far.
far.
Yeah, so you can get a hover there. You can get a hover there that allows you to basically like perfect cycle this boss, and you don't have to deal with any of this stuff because you do enough damage that he goes into his second phase, and there's a 50-50 of him spawning in front of you again during the second phase, and then you can do enough damage to just finish it off, and it's like a minute and a half or 2 minute time save. I mean, it's a huge difference.
Okay, it's gonna be the worst scenario. Sadly,
It's okay.
let's not die. Here first.
Yeah, you just don't need to die because you will lose a lot of time.
One more cycle in, which should be good.
I know, I thought you were gonna get one more. You, in the top left, that blue jar filling up is your, like, special attack, like, mana, basically. And you get more each time you hit something. And so, as you can see, we were one hit away from getting another round of damage there, which is why all of us are like, ugh.
Yeah. Good. Rusty is happy.
Yay. Yeah, we have
So am
7
I.
friends now.
All right.
Sometimes I wonder if runners do this on purpose just to raise the stakes.
Getting down to 1 health.
I mean, you look at all the skips that he did in what, 2-3 tries earlier, then it's like, oops, just happens to be at 1 health for this really tough boss
Sadly,
fight.
no.
Okay.
Sadly, no. Rail Rider is just that hard.
Yeah.
He's doing it for the show, of course.
Yeah, the show.
Of course. Not sweating at all.
Always throw for content.
Yeah.
Never in doubt.
Just imagine like a hand coming in from off screen to like dab his forehead and then just slowly reduce
Yeah, Madsen is
That
leaving for the
bubbles-
camera, so.
Ah, okay, thank you. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much. I
That
didn't know
bubble
that.
skip, like 2 rooms ago, was the first bubble skip we found. That was how we discovered
Oh.
the tech was possible. And it saves like 2 minutes, probably. It's a huge skip.
Whew. Yeah. Okay,
You're good.
cool. Yeah. Kendra, I'm behind.
Hello, Kendra.
Bye, Kendra. Okay.
What would you say is the biggest tech mystery right now that folks are trying to solve to get another big time save on this?
Maybe skip a boss, I guess. I don't know what can be possibly do actually.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything we're hunting for, really. But like any boss or arena skip is a big time save.
Yeah. Just like him, we don't have the charm for the speed
Yeah.
attack, so it's really long.
Yeah, I can't think of any way we could skip Grief, but boy, skipping
No.
Grief would be great. I
Yeah.
hate this fight.
No, I hate it so much. I'm gonna
It's
play
slow.
safe. Yeah. Gonna play safe and do it like this.
It's so fair. Yeah, it's slow, it's RNG heavy, it's dangerous.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
And stuff like that happens where you're like, no, I definitely skipped over you.
Yeah, but no. Guess not. Not enough for him. Come on, Griff.
Gray in chat, skipping Grief would be great as a mood. You know what? True. You make some great points. All right, nice.
Nice.
Oh, and it's a big time loss if you die to Grief.
Yeah.
He's slow
Yeah.
and annoying, and the walk back is very long. So
And
I
now
guess
we're
if
gonna take the third film.
I have no idea
Yeah.
how you do it, but if someone can help us skip that boss fight, that would be great.
Yeah. Please, come, help us.
Yeah, even the part before when you need to dig to have access to grief, it's pretty long and pretty slow. Yeah, here it seems to be easy, but you can easily drop in the water due to the lag of the keys. So you need to be careful.
So we just collected the third film reel. And we started collecting film reels like 20 minutes ago, so you may not remember that that's a thing we were doing. We'll go back and do it. Do we have one more to get? Was that the second or third?
No.
No, it's the third
We're
one.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm not crazy. So the film reels are part of a boss where we go into the theater and the guy's like, I have to show you the scariest movie ever made. And we're like, "Yeah, okay. He's like, but I lost the reels, so you have to go get the reels. So we went and collected all 3 of those from secret areas. You have to go get 3 cinema keys, use them to unlock the cinema doors. You can just stand here and not take damage. Go unlock the 3 doors, get the 3 reels, bring them back, and then watch the movie together. And the scariest movie ever is one of the boss fights. But first we have to do Moon Man so we can get my favorite of the...
Yeah, the little
friends.
guy.
The little guys.
Yeah.
Their
Here we
actual
are.
canon name is Little Guys.
Yeah.
They're just
That's so
little guys.
cute.
Just little guys. Now we're gonna go watch a movie. We used to do the movie first and then the little guys, but I see why doing little guys first is a little easier and then just backtrack.
Yeah, and you don't have to equip and unequip the charm. This is why
Yeah.
we are doing the Moon Man before.
Yeah. So like a very
Don't
small
want the cage
optimization.
hand.
Yeah.
Very small optimization, but that's kind of where the run is at this point, right? Where like
Yeah.
the 2 seconds it takes to menu and change charms is
Yeah.
valuable.
And we didn't mention it, but you have different levels of difficulty that you can choose at the beginning of your playthrough. So it's easy, normal, and difficult. And so you will have some changes on the bosses. There will be some new faces on the bosses. And here we are running in easy. And maybe you just noticed that sometimes you have some hearts on the field. You just have those hearts on the easy mode and not on the other one.
So that was our
No, we are
10th
in heaven.
friend. So now we're up in the palace.
Yeah.
Kendra would have stolen our art, but we never actually saved
Yeah.
our art.
Sadly, yeah.
So we go through here, and oh, did you forget to save before the final boss? That's
No, I don't.
That's kind of risky. What if you?
My God.
Oh no! You need to redo.
I was doing a bit.
Yeah. That's
I was doing
okay.
a bit.
No
Okay,
jinx.
there it is. So we don't fight the final boss.
Yeah.
we skip the final boss. That's the bit I was doing. But we do have to do this escape sequence at the end, which is in itself quite difficult. The problem with this escape sequence is there's a lot of spots where if you move a little bit too fast and get like ahead of the cycle, you can like whiff a dash and fall, and it sends you all the way back to the beginning. So it's almost like you have to go kind of slow in order to go fast.
Well, and I failed this one. Let's go. So back to the mirror.
So
And we
the
go-
time is soon.
Coming
It's
up
now.
now. Nice.
GG's. That's a good run.
That's
I like
a very
the
good
efficiency
run.
here at the end. We didn't have to worry about saving the animals because we are the animals. So we just have to
Yeah.
save ourselves.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then we get
Nice.
the sweetest cutscene ever. If you
Yeah.
also have pets or just love
But it's
them.
sad also when you
It's
know the
very, very
story.
sweet. By getting to that portal in Kendra's palace, it gives us a chance to go visit Earth one more time.
Yeah. This is why all the friends wanted to help to see those that are still on Earth, because you are learning those stories, the stories of the friends during all the playthrough.
Le petit chat. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, GG's for nice run.
Great run.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Fantastic. I love Metroidvanias. I love the schmovement. Oh,
You need to do it now.
Yeah.
I know. Like,
This one's-
You need to.
I'm starting in like the piranha pool. I'm gonna be streaming the finale of Zexion tonight, and that's a twin stick, and my paces on that. I feel like I'm gonna hop into Crypt Custodian after this and be like, oh, this is so much easier in comparison. Did you get all your shout-outs? Was there anything else that you need to say, or?
No, thank
Yeah.
you to the community. Thank you to Camille. Thank you to everyone to come. Thank you for helping me. Happy by 3 too. That was a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
And
Yeah,
fuck ice.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you all.
Chat, we gotta give one more round of applause for that incredible run that just finished up. Man, this is what I live for. I live for these marathons so